Yeah, it's really not that bad. Anyway, sorry. Please continue.
Yeah, basically, like we have this big pipe, but this other company is basically ISP levels of pipe, large ISP levels of pipe, and they, if we are getting hammered by a DDoS, they have filtering capabilities to stem that and get our service back online, which is pretty rare these days because we have a much larger pipe than we used to. But when it does happen, basically they just claim to be us and we stop claiming to be us. And then we get kind of routed through a back channel. All of the traffic gets routed through a back channel through them to us. And the funny thing is that they actually have like their own internal routing internationally and everything, and they have all of these endpoints and everything. Meanwhile, we have one data center in Oakland, California. And so the weird thing about that is because all of the traffic from all over the world will have a very short route to the nearest endpoint for them, and then all of their traffic will be routed within their own kind of sub-network of the internet to our stuff. What that means is that sometimes, like when we are mitigating a DDoS, people's connectivity is actually much faster in some international markets to our servers, basically through them as a VPN, more or less, than it would be if they were just connecting directly, or directly through the regular internet. And so, like, we see much lower latency to a lot of our customers through the DDoS mitigation vector, even though it's going through a whole separate company and then coming to us.
That's pretty funny.
It's so weird. And I like the first time I saw one of these, we kind of flipped the switch to turn on their mitigation. I saw a bunch of stuff that just didn't make any sense. It's like, oh, why is like half of our customers are actually having a better experience than they usually do? And I'm just like, what the heck? And they're like, yeah, that happens.
That's funny.
The internet's weird.
The internet is weird. Also, I'm using a tablet. Yes, so digital mouse pen or digital art pen. The tablet I'm using is a Huion, Huion. It's the cheaper end, but it's been pretty good so far.
Yeah, I haven't really heard a bad thing about any of those.
Mono price.
The only downside to everything is just having to deal with active stylists.
Yeah. No, see, that was the problem with Monoprice. The Monoprice tablet I had before this one, where the tablet itself is fine, but the pen, the way you opened it in order to put the battery inside made it really weak there. And so over the course of like maybe a year and a half, it ended up like getting so like bent out of shape that eventually it just stopped working.
Ugh.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah,
and
that
then
sucks. That's the Wacom patent thing.
and then the replacement was like replacing the pen was almost as much as just getting a new tablet. So it's like, fuck this. So yeah, Huion like is a chargeable pen, so I just hook it in by USB cable, so it's like so much better. I'm like way too zoomed in. I'm like 600% zoomed in. Wacom is good, but like, I feel feel like recently they got rid of the slightly cheaper ones, and now it's just like the really expensive ones.
Yeah, unless you're getting like a nice Intuitos, it seems like it's just way better in every way to go for like the budget end of the market seems better represented by everywhere else.
Yeah, the bamboos are just kind of not great, and they have I think they have less of the large size of the bamboos than they used to.
Yeah, because for the same price, you can get a pretty big like Huion or Mono price, and it's just like
Yeah.
it's like if you don't need all that shit like tilt and everything like that, or it's great now because like now you don't really need like the same amount of tablet resolution. I mean, having good tablet resolution is better than not, but you know everything has such good smoothing now that it's like you can live with whatever.
I mean, like Psy itself has a smoothing feature.
Right, like Psy or like Manga Studios or whatever, everything but Photoshop is going to make even a shitty tablet be totally usable. So, Psy's smoothing is fast. Like I was using Krita, and I was turning on smoothing, and even on my like laptop, which is a pretty decent laptop, it was kind of slow. And on Psy, it's just like immediate.
Yeah, no, it's really good. I could actually stand to turn it up a bit more, but I don't know. I'm used to it at a low setting at this point.
It's one of those things where it's generally better to just, the lower you get away with, the better. The more of the actual intent of your line will come through.
I gotta say the Apple Pencil for my iPad Pro, really quite impressive how low the latency is on that thing.
Yeah, the other problem here with that is that like the consistency with that between software is like not that good, right? Like not everyone's as good as like Apple when it comes to making their program.
Yeah, well,
that seems to be the biggest problem with the Pencil, and like that's the reason like.
Well, it also does. I don't think it has. I could be mistaken, but I don't think it has pressure sensitivity, which is.
I'm pretty sure it does. That would be ridiculous if it doesn't.
I know it has angle sensitivity. Maybe
like that would be ridiculous to not have. Like pressure sensitivity is almost free.
That's
so
true.
Basically, from my work, related to the work I did this weekend, we had someone use a Apple Pen with an iPad for a particular thing, for like a particular drawing, and it did have pressure sensitivity if I remember them. So
okay. Oh, you know what? I bet it's just so like I was just using it in the Notes application because I haven't really downloaded it. Yeah. I have an image editing app, but it's more like for like Photoshop style photo editing. And then I actually also have Lightroom on this thing, but I haven't downloaded a drawing app yet.
Software is the big problem.
Yeah.
It's like that's a hard market. It might get better now. Like I was like, oh my god, you have like, I mean, it's not file system access, but like, oh my god, they're doing like giving you access to actual files in a way that like makes it not horrendous to deal with them.
Yeah,
it's like that changes a lot.
So that update, which I haven't actually done the public beta of the new update that adds that, but that update is actually why I got this thing, because I want to be able to travel with it and my camera and back up photos, like do a little bit of light touch up in Lightroom Mobile, and then back up all of my raw photos straight to a USB drive, which I should be able to do through the Files app. And I just need to get an appropriate hard drive, and I have everything else now. And so I'm hoping to be able to do like light travel without even having a laptop with me.
Yeah, it's like
which would be really nice.
Such a big deal. Like that's the one thing that's like the one thing I like hate about my phone. It's like everything's fine until all of a sudden I want to put something into something else. And then it's just like, this is horrible. Like I'd rather wish I had an Android right now. In that moment, it's just like,
yeah,
it's like just let me open the file in this thing. Like,
Yeah. I don't know. It's I'm pretty
Like-
I'm pretty
Yeah, that
happy
seems
with
like a
this
big-
thing so far.
Yeah, because that's the thing. When I saw like the first iPad Pro. It's like, oh, that looks cool, but like nothing else is there to really make it like work out well. It seems like, oh, okay, you actually did all the stuff that. Like, oh, okay, like you got like some multitasking, you got some ways to do files, you got some drag and drop going on. Like, all right, like it doesn't have to be exactly the same. It just has to be, like something.
Functional.
Yeah, it's actually
Right.
it's funny. My laptop has some weird stuff going on with its CPU, so it's not very performant.
Mm-hmm.
And like I might actually be getting a new one for my IT because this thing's causing so much trouble. But basically, I can't watch a video stream and do anything else on this thing.
Oh god.
It cranks the fan and slows to a crawl, and
Yikes.
apparently the CPU decides to run at 800 megahertz, which is not enough megahertz.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really weird glitch, but I have an app on my iPad that lets me use it as an external screen for my computer, which is super dope. And so when I'm like not at my desk where I have a 2-monitor setup and everything, what I've started.
Thanks for watching.
Like Black Daisy.
What I've started doing is I run that app and use it as a second screen and have like my chat apps on the iPad screen, and then I also have the popped out video of, say, Games Done Quick running
That's a pretty good setup.
in an overlay on the iPad over and it's just like, this is the dumbest thing, but it works really well. Yeah, I don't know. This thing's been really nice. I've only had it for like a week or two, but I've been pretty happy with it so far. Part of me hopes that I wake up tomorrow and my vision is blurry enough that I cannot work, so that I just have an excuse to take the day off. But apparently I'm supposed to have pretty good vision tomorrow, so it's so weird.
You won't need glasses anymore.
So I've already popped out the glasses, the lenses from my frames. It's really dumb.
That's great.
I don't know that I'm actually ever going to wear it like that, but it's silly and funny.
Yeah, what's the current state of your eyes?
Sorry?
What's the current state of your eyes?
So I am currently wearing really silly looking plastic shields over them.
Okay.
I described it as it's the equivalent of the cone of shame for a dog. They just don't want me rubbing them accidentally, basically. Because
I would have that problem too.
yeah,
I know.
no, absolutely. So the thing is, like,
I always have to touch my eyes and have to like just glue those onto my face permanently. I swear.
yeah, the basically, like, the way that the procedure works, they used to just kind of shine the laser straight through your cornea, straight into the
Now they
lens.
shave. Now they
Oh,
peel
I'm
it
gonna
off.
take my headphones off.
Oh, sorry. But
They
that's
peel your cornea like a potato.
that's rude, Kayan. Yeah, sorry, Jenna.
Sorry, Jenna.
But yeah, it all comes back together in the end. But
I'm glad she got her headphones off
that's
before I
sensitive.
said that.
yeah, that was.
Did I put my headphones back on just in time to not suffer? Good job.
Yeah, you did that perfectly. Like as soon as you took them off, I said something horrible.
I was
Oh, God.
I was trying to avoid using particularly graphic language, but
Man,
I
timing was good.
mean, I can't say it because now Jenna's back, but I don't think the analogy I used was particularly graphic.
Should I take my headphones back off?
No, because I'm not going to say it. Good.
sorry, Jenna.
No, it's okay.
But yeah, what
Just a weenie.
No,
Yeah,
you're
the
not a
end result.
weenie.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of are, but we love you.
Rude.
No,
Wow.
You know, I'm terrible because I'm like, look, I'm looking in my head. I'm
Oh,
like,
you go laser out that sass.
I'm sorry, that was right there. You're not a weenie, Jenna.
No, I am. It's fine.
in my head, I'm like, it's okay. Like, it's normal to be grossed out by me formulating a horrible sentence, and it's like, wait, no, don't say that. Like, that's your completely purpose.
But yeah, so basically, like, the newer way that they do it doesn't hurt for very long afterwards.
Mm.
It basically takes a few hours effectively, and that's why you're supposed to have your eyes closed for like 4 or 5 hours after the procedure.
Mhm.
But after that, basically basically your body's ability to say, hey, my eyes are dry, hey, tear ducts produce tears,
Uh-huh.
is kind of messed up because they applied a bunch of pressure and bruised something, I guess.
Ooh.
It's just part of the process, right? But so the idea is, like, I'm not gonna have regular tear production for the next 4 weeks.
Ooh.
So I have to constantly be using just, like, they're basically saline eye drops, just basic fake tear eye drops, just to keep my eyes wetted and not uncomfortably dry.
Mm.
Now you can no longer be a pilot.
That is true.
I mean, I'm sure that was going to be a problem.
Well, that was also the case because my eyes weren't too bad.
But I don't think that would be a problem if you did it the old way.
I don't actually know. Maybe not.
Sorry, I really like the song.
It's a good song.
No, it's really good.
I was wondering if you were doing that because you liked a song, or because you were concerned that we were going to say something really gross.
Yeah,
That would be me if I was
little
humming
from A,
loud.
little from B.
Like I'm okay to a certain point actually,
Yeah.
but like I just worry
She's
about
not
Jenna.
as much as he's like.
No.
I got a friend who's a flight instructor. He's been like always thinking about getting laser eye surgery, but even though he only flies like Cessnas, he's still been like.
I know commercial airline pilots that have had LASIK. Like, it's
Oh
not
yeah,
a problem.
that's yeah. So that's sort of like a paranoia thing with it.
But yeah,
Yeah.
Jenna, think of it this way. You may be a weenie when it comes to more like graphic descriptions of bodily stuff, but I'm a weenie when it comes to more like, you know, that stuff.
Wait, what's that
you-
stuff?
Don't even worry about it.
Just don't even worry about it. Okay?
I'm so sad now.
Cam, let's put it this way: you're an expert in that stuff.
Put that this way, you're a call with Peachy.
Gotcha.
So we even each other out.
No, if you're to even each other out, then you would have to be like a total gore freak.
Oh God.
Ken, you've got plenty of that to go around.
Okay, so in like
You're the
Kane's
balancing
the
act.
great equalizer here.
That's
dogs,
a terrifying
my
thought.
dogs. Oh, I'm looking for my dog.
Douche.
Okay, so
I can't believe Timmy was so excited that she misspelled her name. The Demi thing.
Oh, right. It's so good.
Oh, there was a Japanese Famitsu article about Undertale.
Ah.
And
They
know if
misspelled
it was
Temmie's
actually-
name.
yeah,
They misspelled it
Toby
as
basically-
Yeah, Demi instead
as
of Temmie.
And Toby played it off on Twitter as she gave her name incorrectly because she was so excited.
My favorite wrong Japanese Famitsu thing has to be Seth Killian being cloth hands forever.
Wait, what?
Okay, so he's a player who's known for like he crosses his hands when he plays fighting games.
Uh-huh.
So his nickname would be Cross Hands. But he gets published in Famitsu as Cloth Hands.
Oh my god, that's so good.
And that was like his username places forever. I don't know if he still uses it now, that he's a responsible professional.
Actually, just today, there was a sign at a place I was eating for dinner that meant to say, you know, sorry for the inconvenience, for no longer taking, like, you know, anything higher than a $20 bill. But instead, let me get this correct, because I took a picture. We no longer accept bills over $20. We apologize for any convenience this may cause.
Good job.
There was an attempt.
They tried.
Okay, to be fair, I'm sure the people running it are all Japanese, so...
Yeah. Literally, they tried.
I kind of feel bad. One of my favorite characters in My Hero Academy, Boku Hero Academy, is... I can never remember his name because I always just call him Birdie McBirdface. Because he has a bird face.
I remember you have shown me Birdie McBirdface, and it is accurate.
It's such a bird face. And so yeah, I feel bad, but it's also that's him.
That's your name.
God, I sent Colin the My Hero Academy the dumb meme of the grid of 9 characters and thank you for making us realize that anyone can be a hero with the not you in the middle.
Right.
And he's like, I don't know any of these characters, but I kind of want to, so I sent him like a list of in order descriptions of all of them. And one of them was just, she's literally a frog. Because she is, and she's the best.
She's the only one I really know, and she's already kind of my favorite.
So good. Froppy is the best.
Like, someone I follow keeps putting her on my Tumblr dashboard. I'm like, I don't watch this show, but she's cute and I like her.
It's her and Gravity Girl, Uraraka, who is so pure and wants to be a hero because the money's good and she wants to help her parents pay bills.
No.
All of these characters are so good, aside from that one. And I love that everyone in the entirety of the fandom seems to agree on that.
Hands are hard, guys.
Hands are so hard.
Yeah. It's like you have a body. The body has 4 limbs, a head. That's a lot of fucking work. And then you have these tiny little things that are like 2% of the picture. They have just as many parts and look just as wrong if you get anything wrong.
I
In
know.
fact, they look wrong easier.
It's true.
It's terrible. The only good thing about hands is you don't have to put clothes on them.
It's true.
Seriously.
But even then, sometimes.
Hey, gloves. But then with gloves, sometimes you can kind of get away with, like, man, if I could put mittens on everybody.
Oh man, I have such struggles with fucking carrot fingers.
Set all of your stories and all of your art, and you're good.
Jeez, you guys can mean that things keep happening in the tundra.
Just every art is of a childhood snowball fight between characters. Art pro tips.
I didn't know there was a traditional version of the Squid Sisters song. It's super Japanese. This music makes me want to play Okami.
The Okami run at GDQ was bonkers.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to go see that one.
It's so much menu.
Oh my god.
Except, like, it's not menuing, it's just, like, switching between 2 costumes every, like, 33 frames or something. They have to pause, switch back,
Jesus.
unpause, because switching between the different color palettes, I guess, in New Game Plus gives you a 1-frame window in which you can trigger a dash and then a jump again.
Oh my god.
And so they have an infinite jump.
Oh my god.
But like just like by like measuring by real time, half of the time is just like more than half of the time is just spent in the menu.
God.
It's the worst. It's the worst.
That is the
And
worst.
there's one section where they have to do like 120 of them in a row, and it takes 5 minutes.
Jesus Christ.
It's the worst.
Wow. Wow, that's how you don't want to run to end up, you know? Like, you don't
Yeah,
want
that's like the worst tech. It's the
That's-
worst kind of
That's
tech.
the kind of tech you just don't want to develop in a run, because then it's just like painful forever.
Yeah.
I forgot what it was, but I remember there's something in one of the Ocarina of Time categories they made up where they all agreed not to do something really annoying for as long as possible. I forgot what it was though.
Gee,
Like all the runners were just like, yeah, let's just not do this trick.
I'm trying to think what that would have been.
It was like something minor. It was like something in a dungeon. I forgot what it was.
Huh.
It might have been Wind Waker, actually. I don't know which Zelda. It was a 3D Zelda, though.
It seems like something that would have happened in Wind Waker.
I wouldn't put it past, yeah.
God, Wind Waker HD has gotten so crazy.
Well, now they finally defeated the almighty barrier.
Frickin' barrier skip is real.
I can't believe.
It is real, and it is our friend.
Is it really our friend?
I'm proud of it. It's a good skip
It's
watch.
a good I forget how that works. I looked that up again.
It's like a really, really specific angle, if I remember.
Yeah, that's all I remember. All I remember is the angle part.
Yeah, it's an angle plus it uses like the item slide acceleration stuff.
Okay. If I recall, it's not even that hard.
I mean, compared to some of the stuff that
Yeah,
they
that's
were,
what he's like.
it seems easier than say
Zombie hover?
like some of the zombie hovers, some of the steep angle zombie hovers where you can't drop too many frames probably, and some of the tighter super swims.
Can I just say though, zombie hover as the name of like a tech is just always great.
Zombie hover?
Yes.
Yeah, it's kind of the best because it is like so incredibly descriptive too. Freaking love it.
I am looking forward to Splatoon 2.
It's so good so far.
Splatoon.
I know, the missed opportunity.
The
Oh
missed
god, but that would be so
opportunity.
confusing. I said, oh god, that would be so confusing though.
Yeah, it would.
I suppose, yeah.
Let's go, which one? Splatoon or Splatoon?
Well, I kind of like Splatoon better than Splatoon, but you know. Oy. Wow, sun. Okay, you know what? I asked Matt this question earlier, but Kayan, what do you think about changing names for localization purposes?
I think in the year of 2017, I think generally speaking, we should be past that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm sure there are cases where it could still be appropriate. But I think at this point, like, people know enough about like other cultures and stuff where it's like you're like, oh, Japanese names, no. Like, what's the general consensus?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, basically so far our consensus has all been about the same of like if it's situationally appropriate, but otherwise
Yeah.
and like if you're doing it like for kids, even then I think like most kids see enough stuff like anime where it's like, yeah, whatever. But like, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. We were just talking about, like, well, for kids, but also just, like, weird choices they made where, like, even though there was a perfectly valid English name in the original, they changed it to a different English name.
Yeah,
Weird.
that's just weird. Everything I always hear about 4Kids is that they're just, like,
bad.
the worst company. Like, in multiple ways.
Oh, yeah,
Yep.
no.
This is why they no longer are.
Yep. But yeah,
But yeah, like,
in
the
that
culture
kind
of
of...
that company...
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, the culture of that company made it sound like they would do shit like that just to piss people off.
Yeah, no, I would totally believe. Or just, you know, for shits and giggles, because herdy-her puns, you know?
Yeah, I heard like the people higher up in that company were just incredibly petty.
Huh.
Wow. Not even a little surprised, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like you go to like those sites that talk about like rate like places of employments. I know that like 4Kids has like some horrendous ones. Is it 4Kids? It's Funimation, but I've got to check.
If you find any good, like, just things like roasting for kids on the inside, I would be very interested to see that.
Yes.
Because, you know, for reasons, I have a vested interest in localization.
Because of reasons.
But yeah, like for example, like I don't know how much you actually know of Yu-Gi-Oh, Kan.
No, a little bit.
You know Pegasus, right? At least the
Yes.
character. Okay, yeah. So his Japanese name was Max. Oh, what was it? Pegasus J. Crawford was his name in Japanese, and then for some reason, 4Kids changed it to Maximilian Pegasus, and that's always like left me baffled and irritated.
So baffled and irritated.
Huh.
Because they kept the Pegasus part. So, like, I feel like the only thing valid I could think of is, like, a copyright issue, right? But I don't know.
I can see why they would think that would sound better and more grand, but it's still like, yeah, it's like kind of feels unnecessary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, what did they do with names in One Piece, Jenna?
Oh, Jesus. God. I actually can't. The only one that I really remember and we all just like cringed violently over was that they fucking localized Zoro as Zolo. And like no one could decide if it was like because copyright reasons or because like fuck you guys.
Right.
And actually sitting here like, geez, what did they name other characters? I actually can't remember. Like, I didn't watch enough of it because it hurt me deeply and I wanted nothing to do with it.
Yeah, no, obviously.
It was one of those things that, like, I didn't actually watch any of it and I just, like, saw clips of it after the fact and, like, screenshots of, like, look at this fucking edit, can you believe this shit?
Oh, it was Funimation that has the super shitty company culture.
Really?
I don't know.
I'm not surprised.
If you go to their if you go to like the Glassdoor with Funimation, it's all sorts of reviews that are like, you're like, oh my god, this place is terrible, and then like really generic 5-star reviews are clearly made made fake by the employer.
Yep.
It's like yeah, it doesn't look shady at all.
Yikes.
So an annoying thing about doing Chinese for BEP is China doesn't have the same like game culture, so I couldn't find another 7-pixel font. And it's still impressive that there was even a 7-pixel font for Japanese. I think it was an amazing find. I mean, we don't use it for much at this point. Like, anything that can be bigger is bigger, but like there are some places where it has to get used, and those are right. Well, Chinese, it's like, oh man.
Yeah. I don't know.
Again, thank you, Matt.
No problem. Glad I could help.
That script gets to work out.
Glad it's been mostly reliable.
Yeah, I would say so. Most of the stuff that isn't reliable is more on my end. It's like the stuff I added with like image magic and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which I am still super proud of that works at all.
Did I ever tell you about the sync script that I made for multi-streaming speedrun races?
I don't
This sounds familiar, but
know. Maybe?
I made a program that, Live Streamer lets you watch Twitch streams in VLC.
Yes.
Okay, VLC has like a remote control feature that lets you trigger UI actions and stuff just from a telnet port. So you can just like say pause, take a screenshot, start playing again, that kind of stuff, all from just programmatically. So I made a program that interfaced to 2 copies of VLC open listening on different ports. And the program it pauses both streams, takes a screenshot of both of them, starts playback again on both of them, and then it opens a window and you highlight of the screenshots and you highlight the timers on each screenshot. And then once you've highlighted both of them, it shells out to some OCR software that reads the timers.
Oh my god.
And then it pauses the stream that is ahead by the amount of time there's difference between the 2 timers. And then it starts playing again.
Can we just take a moment to appreciate how amazingly awesome VLC is for command line bullshit?
It can be better, but it's
good
good enough.
It does so much, not perfectly.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh, it's this program. It's like, yeah, also you can do all this like bullshit with it.
Yeah. I kind of wish. I wish that interface wasn't written in freaking Lua, but hey, what can you do? Anyway, so yeah, so this thing is able to get like within a frame on the 30 FPS. I haven't actually run it on the 60 FPS stream before, but it gets within a frame on 30 FPS streams.
Oh my god.
Pretty much every freaking time on my testing, as long as the timers are showing 2 digits after the decimal point, and as long as the timers don't aren't stylized, aren't like Comic Sans or whatever some people like. Basically,
do streamers actually use Comic Sans for their fucking...
Some of them use some really bad font choices, I think somewhat to troll. But I based it on the Ori stream layout, where we standardized on a single layout. And it's like you need to reset to like the default live split layout before starting everything, and turn off split-based coloring so that it's just always gray, and then the restreamers would colorize it kind of on their end so that it would fit into the layout better. And it uses the default font and everything, and it looks consistent and is very readable by this program, luckily. And so yeah, it was this situation. I was just...
That's...
I wrote this thing and nobody's using it yet because I'm actually looking to make it like work with an arbitrary number of streams. So for people who are streaming like 6 things,
oh god,
or 8 things, for like big races, they can just use this script to do it.
Oh my god.
Which, it's so dumb, I know, but it's so good. I like blew one of my friends in the Ori community actually did a bunch of the restreaming during that tournament, and I fucking blew his mind when I'm like, hey, go install this thing and then download this program and then run VLC using the script. Like, it was a little bit of a setup, but I'm like, just do this and tell me how well it works. And he's like, dude, I'm using this.
Oh my god.
I think he might actually be using that like alpha version of the script. But I want to get it out to the rest of the speedrunning community because lots of communities do races.
Mm-hmm.
So ridiculous. So dumb. So unnecessary.
So, you.
So, yeah. Yeah. Let's be real.
I heart you.
Aw, thanks. I don't deserve it, but thanks. I mean, I had the domain overengineering.net for the longest time. I feel like that's just accurate. I gotta live up to that brand. Hashtag brand. God damn it, Washington Post.
What did it do?
I just saw a link to an article, and the title of the article is "Scientists are about to change what a kilogram is. That's massive." So dope.
I will be right back.
Oh, peace. Heck, I keep accidentally zooming out. I think 100% is looking okay so far. Yeah.
That is been right. Go to Chrome, hit close all windows, clear tab bankruptcy.
Wait, what's going on?
I'm like, where is the screen? And then I'm like looking, I'm like, you know what? Just fuck all these tabs. Let's just close everything. My tab hygiene is not good.
Ugh. Are you okay? Oh. Hello?
Hello?
Oh, I thought I lost people.
Strange noises coming from Kane's end.
Yes.
Oh, and I forgot to mute the stream. There.
Oh, was it me coming through the...
No, you made a sound and then I made a sound back. I guess that sound was confusing.
Sorry.
I don't even remember what the sound I made was. Or the sound you made.
I was just stretching. Ah. I'll actually probably stop the stream in a bit, but we can still keep talking.
Nice.
I do at least want to vaguely